In the last lesson, I talked about branding yourself and what that means and different ways to brand yourself. And in this video, I just want to give you 5 tips for how to brand yourself better. So the first thing is to look through your previous work so that you can familiarize yourself with you, so that you know exactly who you are, what type of work you do, because this will affect the type of branding you do. Not necessarily your brand name, but just the type of company that or type of photographer that you brand yourself as. So look back and check out all your work. And the second tip is to see, where are you different? Look at other photographers and see, how are you different than that next guy or that next girl? Do you take better wedding photos? Or are you just a wedding photographer and everyone around you is a non-wedding photographer? Or as a wedding photographer, what are you really good at? Are you really good at wide images or capturing emotion? Or you always have great depth of field? What are you different? How are you different than other photographers? The third tip with your brand is to try to evoke a feeling. So this goes across all of your branding and the look of your website, the look of your logo, the way that you talk in your website, the way you talk to people, everything. But try to evoke a feeling with your brand. Now, if you are a fashion photographer, then you want to try to evoke a feeling of hip and sleek and professional and maybe a little bit more like businessy. But if you're a wedding photographer, you want to evoke a feeling of joy and happiness and love. And now this can come across with your name and logo. And this is the fourth tip, is to have a strong name and logo. Now, I talked about choosing a name before, so whether it's your name or a name that you choose, try to make it strong, unique, but also memorable. And with that, you have to create a logo. Now, as a photographer, you're probably pretty creative, but sometimes you're not that great at designing. And so pay someone to create a design for you. There's a great website called 99designs.com that basically you crowdsource your work. You can put up a proposal and you'll literally get hundreds of people designing a logo for you. You pick the one that you like and you pay them. And it's pretty easy. And then the last tip is, once you do build a website, which we'll be talking about in the next few lessons, share your brand on your website. And not just your name and your logo. I'm talking about, what is your brand? Why are you? Who are you? And create like an about page. Sometimes websites, they don't have an about page, and I really don't like that. I like when, especially if you're a freelancer or a solo entrepreneur, you need to have an about page about your company, about you as a photographer, and express yourself, your story, and who you are, and make sure that your brand comes across. So those are 5 tips for improving your branding.